red light appearing on the gates. Set for a start. Racing as well. Full of Merit, pushed out of the gates by Pike, won the start from Key Trade. Canny Coney and Speak to Me was away nicely. Harbin pushing up, trying to find a spot behind those with Major Mario. Coming across Icebergs as Key Trade is taken hold of and drops back into the field with Yarrowlee and Changing Guard. Olympic Park settling right back, 1,000 metres to go. Then Abloh, Lano outside of it, and last is Pagey's Turn. Full of Merit led them easily at the 900 metre mark, and now Pike is just trying to steady this freewheeling front runner down. Full of Merit wants to run though, led by almost 2 lengths. Running second, Canny Coney. Speak to Me, the well-tried commodity, third down near the rails. Next of all in the clear, Icebergs. 1.5 away, then Major Mario trying to push up on the inside of Harbin. Then Yarrowlee, Key Trade together. Back in the field, Olympic Park's being worked on. 400 metres to go from Changing Guard. Abloh, Lano's under the Persuader. Last Pagey's Turn. Full of Merit off and gone into the home straight. Speak to Me though can get into the clear and come after it very quickly. Pike has to feel for the Persuader at the 200 mark. Full of Merit responds though. Speak to Me, Major Mario getting up on the inside. Here comes Harbin down the outside with a late run at Olympic Park right over the top. Harbin, Olympic Park gunning them down. Olympic Park finishing brilliantly, and Olympic Park at his city debut. Outstanding win to beat Harbin, Major Mario. Speak to Me, Canny Coney behind them, followed by the tiring Full of Merit, Abloh. A gap, Icebergs, followed home by Pagey's Turn, Key Trade, Changing Guard, Lano and Yarrowlee. Signal that he's going to be a 3-year-old to keep on following with a devastating finishing burst. Number 12's the winner, Olympic Park, in a gold medal performance. The 3-year-old Olympic Park finishing with a slashing run late. Clint Johnston Porter, and makes it 2 for 2. Back in the field, he did put him under some pressure to pick up, but boy didn't he do just that. Cutting Harbin down, Major Mario, Canny Coney in behind them. The numbers are 12, 3, 7, 11. And coming off the back of an ultra impressive maiden victory at Bunbury, he comes to the metropolitan area today, Olympic Park, and he delivers in spades. For Peters Investments, he's an Ocean Park 3-year-old out of a daughter of Penn Tyre in Sacred Rhythm, trained by Michael Grantham, $460,000 yearling acquisition, and handled by Clint Johnston Porter. Certainly has signalled that he'll be a horse to follow through the spring. They've run 1:22.99. It's been a sharp gallop. Full of Merit responsible for that. 35.68 the last 600. A neck and a short head are the margins. The runner-up, number 3, Harbin by Artie Schiller from Gibraltar Storm. Joe has a party in the saddle for the Donna Reardon stable. And 7 Major Marios by Verdigris out of Just Marika, trained by Stephanie Backranich and ridden by Troy Turner. 12, 3, 7, 11. But this horse will certainly have tongues wagging about where he goes next after that scintillating finishing run. He stood the leaders at the 150 mark, the best part of 6 lengths, and he has gunned them down so impressively. Race 6, the Conquer Cystic Fibrosis Handicap over 1600. Number 3 is out San Fabrizio. Troy Turner's the new rider for number 10, Royal Toronado. Lockie Taylor's with us in the yard and joined by managing part owner Bob Peters. Lockie, that was some sort of city debut by this 3-year-old.
Absolutely, Darren. Bob, we had a chat pre-race, but that was a pretty nice performance. What are your expectations of this horse off the back of today's performance?
Oh, well, hopefully he can go forward. As I said earlier, he's got 2 weeks to the next one and then 2 weeks and see what happens.
It took him the entirety of the straight to be able to reel in Harbin, who was a brave run in second, but heading towards the Faritha and staying at 1,400 metres, is that of any concern to you moving forward in a couple of weeks' time?
Oh, I don't think so. It's, it's just what it is. That's the plan, so we'll stick to it.
You've owned plenty of really progressive 3-year-olds in a similar position over the years here in the West. How does he compare to some of those horses that have actually gone on to win a Guineas and a Northerly?
Well, he hasn't done anything wrong yet. He's going along well, but you know, there's still a long way to go yet.
He still looks green as well. It still took him, as I said, the entirety of the straight to reel them in. Do you feel like he's the type of horse that will improve with each and every outing, just coming to the races and getting that extra experience?
Oh, I think so. He'll settle down a bit. He was a bit on the toe today with all the noise and the big crowd. We didn't think he would be, and we didn't put the ears on or anything. So next couple of weeks' time, we can quieten him down a bit.
Still improvement to come, which is scary for his rivals. Well done on the win.
Thank you.
There's Bob Peters with a word on Olympic Park, and here's Clint Johnson-Porter catching up with Scotty.
Clint Johnson-Porter joins me now. Olympic Park, Portsea, he couldn't have been more impressive on debut, and he's now remained undefeated going straight to a Saturday, which is very nice.
Yeah, look, his debut run was very impressive, and there was a lot of hype that followed that. From my perspective, it was quite good because I've had a bad start to the day, so I think he needed me to have just put confidence in him for once.
What about the run that he got there today? That leader looked like she was rolling a long way from home, full of merit.
Yeah, I thought it was going to suit him where I was going to run on. I was 3-8 following Key Trade. He's a handy horse in himself. Thought I was in a good spot. Just probably passing the 600. Just being so raw and new to it all. He dropped the bridle. He was wanting to get in a bit. So I think he's got a lot of potential. He's just going to learn every time he has a run.
There was hype about him after that debut victory. There'll be even more today because that 3-year-old series starts to kick off very soon, and he looks like he's going to fit right in there.
Yeah, he'll mould himself right in there. He's going to be very competitive in them races. It's not often they win a maiden and come out and win a Saturday like that.
Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
There's Clint Johnson-Porter combining with Michael Grantham, Peters Investments and Olympic Park to take out the 5th at Ascot. With Tap Touch, the Guineas and Northerly markets are down, but it wouldn't surprise me to see this boy really measure up potentially as favourite or be very close to favourite with September Born for some of our big feature races in a couple months' time. But he takes out the 5th at Ascot. On the other side of the break, we'll be taking you to a feature story on Justine Erkens.